Alright class, for today's lesson we are going to need the following materials: pencil, Sharpie, and an eraser. Today we're going to have our paper landscape or horizontal. Now so far we've learned how to make a bubble letter and a 3D letter. Today we're going to choose one of those styles and make an entire word, which will be the last stage in our graffiti lessons for a while. So the most important thing to remember is that we want every letter to be around the same size. So we're going to establish a top line. Once again, it's going to be a light line. It can be slightly curved if you want. The top of every letter will be around this area. And now we're going to have a bottom line, which is going to be about here. And today's word is going to be a 4-letter word called hero. So, once again with a light line, we're going to make the skeleton of each letter. H, an E, an R, and an O. Now if it doesn't look perfect, it's okay because this is just the skeleton. Everything can change. Alright, the H will be the first letter. And we're going to make a shape around the skeleton, remember? This time we can be a little more free with it because we're a little more confident. We've been working on this for a while and we have practice. This is our H. The E will be behind the H, maybe a little bigger. Notice how the H and the E have the same sort of top and bottom line. This one needs to be changed a little. So we'll edit the bottom. Now the R. The H is in front of the E. The E is in front of the R, so now we're going to make the R's line behind the E. I'm going fast because I've been practicing this for a while, but you can take your time. Pause the video when you need to. This looks a little strange, so we're going to change this a little bit. Always feel free to stop what you're doing, take a break, and make sure everything looks harmonious with the shape behind it. Because once you go with the Sharpie, there's no turning back. Alright, H, E, R, and now the O, which is going to be behind the R. Take your time. Perfect, almost. Let's change the O a little bit. And now you'll notice that we have a lot of lines going on. So before we put the final line in with the Sharpie, let's clean this up a little bit. So in most cases, we're going to take care of the line underneath the letters. We're going to establish which line we want to keep and which line we want to get rid of before we go in.
Your letter's pretty long. Sorry if it got a little boring at times.
All right. Now, if you want, this isn't mandatory, you can make the letters three-dimensional by going down and to the right with each one. But for today's graffiti lesson, we will not be doing that. We are simply going to carefully, but in a relaxed way, cover all of the lines we just made. And we're going to change a little bit by making it perhaps curved if you want.
Can't wait to get it.
Remember, the H is before the E. Nice confident line. The E, we don't want the two lines to be on the same edge, so we're going to make the E a little shorter. It being behind, it's a little farther back in space. Little farther back in space. Now the R is behind the E, so we're going to start at the back line. A little smaller than the E. Today we're reviewing in front of and behind. The O is behind the R. Nice. So, we're going to touch it up a little more, getting rid of all of the pencil lines. We will be using the pencil again for an effect, but not yet. All right. Now, an effect we're going to learn today is sort of like the metallic reflection. So in the middle of each of these letters, let's bring them together by making, this is something new we haven't done yet, maybe a wiggly line that goes through the entire thing. Cover that up nicely with the Sharpie again. And for the final touch, to make it a different value than the letter around it, let's shade that in. Carefully. Take your time. Stay relaxed. Now, if you want to get rid of the sketchy quality of the pencil, don't forget you can smudge it, making it a more uniform metallic sort of shine. You can always edit more, find areas that you can touch up, and voila. All right, try your own word, a word that means something to you, a word that's powerful, and let's see a picture of it in the comments when you're done. Thank you. Have a good day. All right.